First of all, my name is Cynthia Fritz, and I'm here for Wichita Police Accountability. This is a very tender area for me, and I hate that I have to be here like this today. First, I want to give honor to the Most High Yah, who I'm always in his presence. Okay, my name is Cynthia Fitz. I am here today not only as a resident of Wichita, but as the mother of DeAundre Hill, who was shot and killed by members of the Wichita Police Department. No parent should lose their child in the way that I have lost mine. Nothing can bring DeAundre back, but I can ask for something that every family deserves: truth, transparency, and accountability. After DeAundre's death, he was treated as though he had already been found guilty before I had the opportunity to review all of the available evidence. A narrative had already taken hold. What I have learned since then has raised serious questions and has not matched what I was initially led to believe. I believe DeAundre died because officers failed to follow their training and established protocols. That is why accountability matters. A badge should never be allowed to hide the truth or excuse dishonesty. My son DeAundre Hill should still be here today. I am also deeply concerned about accountability within our justice system. District Attorney Mark Bennett has served this community for many years, and in my view, there has not been meaningful accountability when serious questions have arisen regarding officer-involved shootings. This perception has left many members of our community questioning whether anyone is truly held to the same standard under the law. I am asking the council to ensure that officer-involved shootings are reviewed independently and that the evidence, not assumptions, determines the facts. Public trust cannot exist if conclusions are reached before all the evidence is examined. This is not just about DeAundre. It is about our family in Wichita, every family in Wichita that deserves to know justice will be applied fairly. Police officers will be followed, police policies will be followed, and when they are not, there will be accountability. DeAundre Hill still has a voice. I, along with members of the community, will continue to be that voice. I hope you take these concerns seriously and act to ensure that no other family has to endure what mine has. This is my son. He was a Black business owner. He had several businesses, and he was an up-and-coming artist. And I stood here today and watched how you guys, are reaching in that direction. Well, I hope that support comes here too, because that's exactly what he was. And that another Black artist, producer, he also worked at Planet Fitness, was shut down for 48 hours in behalf of my son because he was such an amazing person. He was not someone who dragged along the system. And so I hope that everyone here and more will share his story, will be a part of Wichita standing up and the officers being held accountable. Like I said, I'm not just here for my son. Justice for DeAundre is justice for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fitz. Good morning. My name is Daisha Hill, and I'm here today not just as a citizen, but as the sister of DeAundre Hill. I'm also here because I'm very tired. I'm tired of watching families here in Wichita, Kansas, bury their loved ones. I'm tired of hearing about another officer-involved shooting, and I'm tired of press conferences before we get answers. I'm tired of watching leaders act like silence is leadership. My brother, DeAundre Hill, lost his life after an encounter with Wichita Police Department, and since then, my family has fought for answers, for transparency, and for accountability. And we shouldn't have to fight this hard just to understand what happened to someone that we love. The people sitting in these chairs were elected to represent us, not to protect comfort of City Hall, and not to protect the reputation of the police department. So I have some questions. Why are there so many officer-involved shootings in Wichita? Why does it feel like families have to fight for every piece of information? And why are core requests denied when the public is asking for transparency? Why do officers remain on duty while families are left grieving and searching for answers? Why aren't we demanding the same level of accountability for those with the badge as we expect from everyone else that's here? To every member of this council, including Councilman Joseph Shepard and Mayor Lily Wu, where is your voice? The citizens are asking these questions every day. Why aren't you? Leadership isn't measured by how comfortable you are when things are going well. Leadership is measured by what you're willing to say when saying it is difficult. So how can you ask this community to trust its government if the government won't ask hard questions of its own police department? How can we ask neighbors to come together when our own leaders won't stand together for transparency, accountability? Our tax dollars fund this police department. That means the public has every right to expect professionalism, transparency, and accountability. Accountability is not anti-police, and accountability is exactly what builds the community and public trust. This conversation doesn't end here. Across the country, families and community members are organizing for accountability through National Day of Protest, which is October 22nd of every year. Last year, activists organized 22 protests nationwide to demand transparency, justice, and meaningful change. Wichita should not be absent from that conversation. If you are truly here representing the people of our community, then stand with families like mine. Demand answers with us, demand transparency with us, demand accountability with us, because the people you represent are already asking these questions. My brother's name was DeAundre Hill. He mattered. My family matters. And every family that has lost a loved one to those type of circumstances matter. So I'll leave you with one final question. What are you afraid of? We actually hold protests every 20th of every month. And so there will be the 7th protest here in August. If you see signs like this around, these are the officers that we need to hold accountable. Thank you for having me and my mother today. And I understand that you guys have very important roles, and I understand that you guys also have an image to uphold, but we just hope that you guys make the right decisions. Thank you.
I think it's important for me to recognize that there are some people who came to speak today, and a couple of them are personally important to me in my heart, and I think I have an obligation, one, as a Black man, to acknowledge them, and two, I would like to ask the attorney, given that there may be pending litigation, do I have the freedom and the autonomy to meet with the family of DeAundre Hill?
Mayor, Counsel Jennifer McGowan, City Attorney, that's something we would advise against because of pending litigation, Council Member. Okay. One of the speakers mentioned that there is a protest on the 20th of every month. Am I able to attend? Yes. Okay. You have my commitment that I'll be there. I want to say that when you came up, I see in you my mother, I see my sister. I'm sorry for the pain that you are feeling right now. I hear the pain in your voice. I want you to know that I don't look at you as another number or another statistic. I don't know all the details of the case. But what I do know is that you lost your son and that you lost your brother. And I think I owe it to you to be vulnerable in this moment and to practice what I preach and to not be silent in moments of discomfort. I want you to know that I see you. I want you to know I hear you. And in any way that I can that doesn't violate my role as a city council member, I'm going to try to do my best to show up and to be supportive of you. And I am sorry if you feel that I have not done my due diligence to do that. And I hope you know that I'm being sincere when I say that. But rest assured, there is not a moment that goes by in this city where I don't see the discrepancies and the hardships that people who look like you and I face, and the weight that we have to carry. Even if it may not be the reality, the perception feels just as heavy. I feel it every day in this role. This week has been a very hard week. I deal with microaggressions, stereotypes, pain, and I think I need you all to know that. People see me smiling, but on the inside, it's a heavy burden to carry. And when you all came forward, I felt the burden that you are carrying right now. So I'm not here to get into the details of the case. I'm here to speak to you as a human, to say that I see you. And I hope that I have an opportunity to embrace you with a hug and with love that I feel that you need to feel in this moment. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Mayor.